It looks normal enough, doesn't it? People coming and going, on their commutes, or maybe driving somewhere fun. But there's one strange thing that you may not have noticed. This footage has been horizontally flipped. That's right, today we'll be talking about driving in Britain. The first thing about driving in Britain that comes to many people's minds is the fact that Britons drive on the wrong side of the road. As it turns out though, there's a good reason for that, and it has to do with history. In the olden days, knights would carry their swords on the left, making them easy to draw with their right hands. Since it was considered rude to show anyone your sword in public, everyone kept their left-hand sides facing the edge of the road when they traveled. When Harrison Ford invented the car in 1776, he knew that Americans would carry their guns on the right, so he insisted that everyone drive on the right as well. The rest of the world followed suit, except for Great Britain, because they were still mad about having not been invited to a tea party in Boston. Despite being one of the only countries that still drives on the original side of the road, Britons are very welcoming to foreigners, placing these signs absolutely everywhere so that we know where we're supposed to be. Unfortunately, staying on the left-hand side is only one of the many things to keep in mind. For example, keeping left is only done on highways. Since many of the other roads used to be narrow footpaths and cobblestone carriageways, Britons usually drive in the center of the street, because the lanes on either side are obstructed by parked cars. If two vehicles should ever be coming from opposite directions, the less expensive one is expected to pull over, with its pilot bowing to show submission. Unless you're wealthy enough to guarantee that you'll win every encounter, the obvious choice is to acquire a very small vehicle. But even that process can be a little bit confusing for Americans. In the United States, would-be drivers have their choice of cars made by a few established companies and one marketing firm. Britons have access to those same cars, along with several more that have much cooler logos. Still, since any one of these could explode without warning, it's best to go with something familiar, as long as it's little enough to fit almost anywhere. Even small cars aren't immune to other hazards though. Areas like this one, marked with a yellow crosshatch, pose a danger all of their own. You can pass over them with no trouble at all, but if you should happen to stop on one, it could very well be game over. This is why it's incredibly important to understand British traffic lights. They seem similar to American ones at first glance. Green means go, red means stop, and yellow means rush to beat red. But there are a few key differences. Red and yellow means gentlemen start your engines. Blinking yellow means pedestrians have the right of way. Blinking red means your tea is getting cold. And the meaning of purple has yet to be released to the public. That last one may seem a bit absurd, but it's actually in keeping with other British road signs. Like this one, which says that the speed limit has just changed to something that's being kept secret. Strange signs, small streets, suspicious signals, and scary sections of stripes certainly sound somewhat concerning. But you'll find yourself wishing that they were still present when you encounter the most frightening fixture of any British roadway: the roundabout. Many Britons would claim that there's an etiquette associated with navigating a roundabout. Look to the right, indicate where you're going, follow a spiral path, and be ready to make rude gestures if anyone cuts you off. In practice, roundabouts are chaotic circuses, so if you have to decide between getting in someone's way or staying trapped forever, there's only one choice. All of this taken together may make the whole endeavor seem like it's best avoided. But the thing is, there's a lot of really great stuff about it too. The scenery is gorgeous, there are hundreds of intriguing destinations, and the sun actually shines some of the time. As such, even though it's not what I'm used to, I think I could learn to enjoy driving in Britain.